thank you for being here. I'm Tom Williams, City Manager here at the great city of Millbrae. We have a great series of events this evening, starting with the State of the City. I'll be introducing our Honorable Mayor here in a few minutes. After the State of the City, we've got two great bands to kick off Hispanic Heritage Month. We've got Mambo Street and Los Mendoza and Friends. So we've got two great bands to celebrate. Beautiful evening. I would just like to thank you all for being here tonight. The mayor has, will thank a lot of people, certainly our local businesses for providing food, beer and wine. Thank you to Bacchus, and thank you for all being here and participating. So without any further ado, I would like to introduce our mayor, the Honorable Mr. Anders Fung, for the State of the City. The first time we're doing it outdoors, and it's a beautiful night. So welcome, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Tom. Good evening. Vice Mayor Pappen, Councilmember Schneider, Senior Manager Tom Williams, thank you for the warm introduction, distinguished guests, and most importantly, my fellow Millbrae residents. Today is my first opportunity to address all of you to discuss the state of our city. And I just wanted to tell all of you that before we even get started here, that we've already accomplished quite a number of the first in Millbrae this evening. This is the first time that Millbrae is hosting a State of the City in the streets of our downtown. It is also the first time that we do this in the early fall with such beautiful weather. As always in the past, we've done it in December. It is also the first event that our renewed Chamber of Commerce, working in collaboration with Millbrae Cultural Committee, have co-sponsored this important event. And I wanted to acknowledge the dedicated men and women of these wonderful organizations who keep making Millbrae more successful every day. And it also helped that this is the first time we have Mr. Softy coming up at any moment now. And we got some prepackaged pastries in the back and boba tea at the same time for every single one of our participants joining us this evening. And for that, I wanted to also thank Alice from TPT, Vivian at Sun's Market for their forever generosity to the people of our beloved city. But what makes me most proud is that this is likely to be the first for many of you in the audience tonight to get to participate firsthand the state of a city from your mayor in such a personal setting. Because 10 months ago, when I first took office as a mayor, I told you that this is and always will be a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And I want to make sure that you don't see the mayor as some mythical figure that only exists on TV or YouTube. And that I always get to be able to speak to you face to face, and all of you always get to participate in discussions such as this and some of the most important events that happens in our beloved city. Now, I understand that because this is an election year, that expectation is a bit low in terms of getting things done. In fact, not only do we have primary in March and a general election in November, we actually have 3 elections this year. So that makes 2024 a relatively tumultuous year, to say the least. But it is also my high honor to report that despite all the noises, despite all the distractions, and all the tucking and pulling from the outside influence, the city of Millbrae is more focused and more united than ever before. And the state of our city is stronger than we've ever seen it before. I've personally witnessed how our community has grown more resilient more focused, more determined, more innovative, and always carry a spirit of collaboration as we continue to deliver some of the most important priorities for our residents. And for that, I wanted to recognize, starting with my colleagues on the City Council, we have Gina Pappen, our Vice Mayor, who also dedicated 17 years of her life serving the city of Millbrae. And also Councilwoman Ann Schneider, who did the same, and for 9 years of her time, serving everyone in our great city. In addition, I just wanted to recognize our city manager, Tom Williams, who is a bit under weather today, but he is here nonetheless because he loves everybody so much that he cares. Thank you, Tom. Assistant City Manager Isabel Carlos, I think I saw her in the audience somewhere. There you go, thank you. Our CDD Director, Andy Mogensen. Director Mike Sung. Our DPW Director, Sam Bautista. Director Hannah Moran. And then we also have our Chief, Alan Amon Allen, joining us from the Sheriff's Office. Thank you so much for being here. Our CCFD Chief, David Pucci, and also Ken Giatti, joining us today. Thank you so much for being here. And just overall, all the dedicated city staff who are focused and work hard every day for the people of Millbrae. Thank you for your service. This past year, the city of Millbrae was recognized as the fastest growing city in San Mateo County, showcasing exceptional growth through sustainable and responsible development. Our commitment to economic development has produced impactful results with significant job creation and new business opportunities. The city has successfully diversified our economic base and tax structure, deepening our reach in various retail, hospitality, life science, electric vehicle technology, and professional services. Projects like Gateway at the Millbrae Station are creating space that combine residential, commercial, and office use, fostering an urban village lifestyle where new residents could work and live and play right here in Millbrae. We also look forward to hosting the hundreds of executive and administrative personnel from the San Mateo County Transit District, SamTran, in the new year, as they prepare to move in to the Gateway office space as the new agency headquarters. Newer hotels and hospitality services, such as the Residence Inn at the Gateway, have been developed to accommodate the increasing number of international and domestic business travelers and expo participants, realizing the long-held belief and potential that Millbrae has the largest intermodal station west of Mississippi and a gateway to the Pacific Rim. Construction is slated to begin at the former Office Depot site just behind all of us, which will be transformed into a 6-story mixed-use development, bringing in 278 units of new housing units, and including 26 of which permanently affordable, and 17,000 square feet of retail space with 2 levels of off-street parking. It will also include a public plaza, which will certainly activate a section of our downtown area to bring about renewed vibrancy to the entire Broadway corridor. Millbrae is quickly becoming the life science center of the Bay Area. We became the homes of international companies and fostering life-changing innovations. This will not only create numerous high-quality jobs, but also cement our reputation as the hub for cutting-edge life science, research, and development. The Alexandria Center for Life Science is Millbrae's largest active construction project. The 4.8-acre campus will ultimately provide over 570,000 square feet of laboratory and office space. When completed, the primary tenant will be Icon Therapeutic, a biopharmaceutical company that focuses on discovering treatments for life-threatening diseases. It will provide opportunity for over 2,000 innovating professionals working in the new biotechnology that will deliver amazing life-changing medical breakthroughs. The one down street is AVLM by Longfellow Real Estate Partners. It is a 315,000 square feet laboratory and office building located at 210 Harriet Tubman Way. The project will be home to several life science biotech companies in an all-electric building expected to make available another 1,500 high-quality employment opportunities. With all these new developments, we've already created hundreds of living wage jobs for our skilled tradesmen and tradeswomen. We're proud to help those who work hard to build San Mateo County and continue to live and stay in San Mateo County. And on top of that, all these new daytime population will now call Millbrae their office, their new home, will surely become the new economic engine for our city. They will create new opportunity for local businesses and beyond, and bring about the much needed spending power and propel Millbrae to a whole new level never seen in our lifetime. One of the critical areas we focus on as a city is our housing production. Understanding the pressing need for affordable housing, we're taking a solution-oriented approach, where Millbrae is one of the few cities in San Mateo County to have our housing element certified early on. And we have successfully increased housing production and implemented policy to ensure we're building at all levels of affordability. Recently, we've seen the completion of Gateway, where we welcome 400 units of brand new housing units, with 100 of which are permanently affordable. And as I said earlier, the Office Depot development is slated to begin construction soon. That will add to the 270 units of housing into the mix. I'm also proud to report that we have just recently approved another 99 units of permanently affordable housing at 1301 Broadway. This development is just 1 block away from El Camino Real, and these units are perfectly built for families and seniors. And for the cynics who continue to question our intent and our record in housing, I ask that you focus on the facts. Millbrae has taken immediate and decisive action to deliver timely, well-located, and cost-effective housing solutions to those who needed it the most. And we do so while increasing tax revenue, creating jobs, providing more opportunity for small businesses, and we do so in a location where transit is readily available to the families and the seniors. These are the reasons why Millbrae is among the top 10 cities in California by percentage growth in our new multifamily housing, achieving a remarkable 7.74% increase. Millbrae is dedicated to expanding housing options and doing our fair share to address the regional housing needs. And on top of all this, we're continuing our effort in searching for ways to incentivize new mixed-use development right here in our downtown, right here. Our plan for the local density bonus program shall provide more housing opportunities, kickstarting the much anticipated transformation of Broadway and El Camino Real, creating a new environment for a new urban village where new residents could work and live and entertain, all within walking distance of our downtown Millbrae. Working in conjunction with our new parking authority, we will ensure that our development approach is sustainable and environmental friendly, and reducing our reliance on private vehicles and fossil fuel. All at the same time ensuring those who come to our downtown will be able to have sufficient parking within a short walking distance. With these new downtown development plans, coupled with sensible micro-mobility options, I am confident that all of our new daytime populations and new employment opportunities will result in further impactful improvement to our microeconomies for decades to come. Another major focus for our city is public safety, which I'm sure is on all of your mind. Maintaining the highest level of emergency services is a top priority for Millbrae. This past year, we marked a significant stride in community safety and engagement, beginning with the implementation of a number of traffic calming measures within the community, including speed bumps, speed tables, and enhanced crosswalks, such as on Halland Drive and in front of the Green Hill Elementary School. We work collaboratively with the Millbrae Police Bureau to provide significant information to educate the people on pedestrian and vehicular safety within the city. And with the return of the in-person bike rodeo, the first since the pandemic, hosted in partnership with local organizations, this event underscored the city's commitment to public safety, a priority reflected in recent investment, such as installing flashlights and increasing traffic presence. I want to take a moment to acknowledge Chief Eamon Allen and his leadership. And more importantly, all the dedicated men and women in our sheriff's office and in a blue uniform who often find themselves in harm's way just to keep our community safe every day. Thank you so very much for all the men and women who serve in our uniforms. The city also welcomed our new fire chief, David Pucci, who has recently been instrumental in advancing Millbrae's emergency services. Under his leadership, the Central County Fire Department received a generous grant to purchase a new fire engine to fund staffing for the opening of Station 36, a welcoming development that will significantly enhance the services level throughout the entire CCFD district. Additionally, the department has initiated a strategic planning process to map out their services for the next 3.5 decades, ensuring that Millbrae remains prepared and resilient in the face of any future challenges. In terms of law enforcement, the automatic license plate reader has been an incredible success. Not only does it help resolve crime regionally, but also have been serving as a deterrent to those who intend to commit crime in our city. In one of those cases, our deputies were alerted to a camera read of a vehicle from a carjacking case out of Oakland in the East Bay, and that now located within the city limit. Deputies were able to quickly locate the vehicle and place the suspect under arrest, thus preventing any further crimes from being committed in the city. It just goes to show that when we are committed to public safety and dedicate sufficient resource and strategic advanced technology, that it could drastically increase the effectiveness of our law enforcement effort and keeping our community safe every day. Another important aspect of our public safety strategy is our collaborations with Like Move. It has proven to be instrumental in helping those who are less fortunate, providing them with the support and resources they need to rebuild their lives. And together we launched the program HELP Help, which is the Homeless Engagement Local Program. With HELP, we provided intensive case management to the unhoused and the unsheltered individuals. This approach has proven to be highly effective and success in Millbrae. With the program, we've successfully placed over 227 individuals into temporary housing, and 5 of those in permanent housing opportunities. And these are the folks who otherwise would have been still be living in a tent somewhere on El Camino Real. But Millbrae continues to be highly impacted by a high volume of transient homelessness activities at the Millbrae station. Data surveyed by LifeMove show that 37% of unhoused individuals arriving in Millbrae through public transportation. And this is also the reason why I've been working with our regional transit agencies, between the Transportation Authority, the MTC, BART, who's in the audience today, thank you for joining us, and our regional elected leaders, seeking collaborations and resources opportunities to ensure that our public transportation is safe, is accessible, and is dependable. Our public transportation simply must not become a daytime shelter for the unhoused. We must also enact effective local ordinances to ensure that our public safety agencies have all the tools in their toolbox necessary to help those who are experiencing chronic homelessness. Data have shown many of whom are actually experiencing life-threatening mental health crises, substance abuse addictions, and not knowing that they need help. We need more effective ways to ensure those who needed help to be able to get to the help they desperately need. And as I have said before, functional zero homelessness is an important regional issue and seemingly one of the biggest challenges of this generation of leadership. But Millbrae is ready to partner with anyone and everyone who sees us as an equal and respectful partner in implementing impactful solutions to resolving homelessness. And if we're serious about being functional zero in San Mateo County, it needs to start with functional zero in every city within San Mateo County. And we all need to do our fair share. In this economy, I know budget is on everybody's mind. But despite the state, vehicle license fee shortfall and some of the structural deficits experienced by many neighboring cities and also the county, Millbrae remained focused and deliver a balanced budget. This is a testament to our fiscal responsibility, prudent management, and our day-to-day do more with less work ethics. And thank you, Tom, for leading that effort within the administrative staff and the entire city. When some of the other cities are still grappling with difficult decisions in terms of what to cut, we have the foresight and have strategically allocated resources years ago to not only focus on sustainability, but also enhancing our city's infrastructure and services. Earlier this year, the community voted to reauthorize the fire assessment, which contributed to maintaining superior coverage and coordinated effort for fire services. And as many Californians continue to suffer from surging insurance costs, some are even without home insurance, providing high-quality emergency services is vital in keeping home insurance premium affordable and available to all of us. The city's finance department, thank you so much, Director Sung, now has also served as the fiscal agent for the county's regional agencies, commute.org, and receive revenue for services that we have provided. It just goes to show that our regional credibility as a city agency and as a trustworthy agency. It also helps by adding to the city's general fund revenue as well for all the services that we provided. And thank you for your effort on that, Mike. Just earlier this year, our finance department received the Distinguished Budget Presentation Award for our operating and capital budget and the Certificate of Excellence in Financial Reporting for our annual comprehensive financial report by the Government Finance Officer Association. It just goes to show how hard our guys work and how to the point in everything that they do. And it goes to show with our credibility region-wide and some of the other regional agencies trust us for the work that we provided. Thank you so much, Director Sung. It's not exactly a secret. It's pretty well known, in fact, that Millbrae offers a high quality of life with our excellent schools, our parks, and our community service, making it attractive to residents, visitors, and businesses alike. The city has a strong community that support one another and offers many events, festivals, and celebration that brings the community together. The city of Millbrae remains dedicated to providing the highest level of service and the best city facilities to our community. This past year, the city has successfully replaced over 800 feet of storm drain, installed miles and miles of new sewer laterals, and connected countless sewer mains throughout the city. And these essential infrastructures upgrades are essential to keeping our city safe. And as you all well know, how devastating extreme weather condition can be. But because of our dedicated public works staff and leadership, and I wanted to acknowledge Craig Santis in the audience and also Director Sam Batista for all your work. These are the guys, can I just say this? These are the guys who showed up before any of us showed up, and then they leave long after we're gone. And then they make all these events possible, and they close the street before anybody shows up, and they ensure that everybody is safe. So thank you so much, Director Batista and also Craig Santis, and all your hard work and dedication. And because of their dedicated service and leadership, working in collaboration with the SFO, during the last winter storm, we were able to maintain no flooding status east of El Camino Real, and notably the Landing Lane neighborhood, and ensuring the roads and crossings are always safe and accessible throughout the entire winter months. We've also completed the Green Hill Park pathway renovation, enhancing the park's accessibility and its beauty. And the renovation of Bayside Manor and Marina Vista Park are underway and will provide many high-quality public amenities that the community wanted for years and decades. These projects stand as a testament that equity is at the forefront of our decision-making, and also demonstrate our commitment to improving the quality of lives of all residents in all of our neighborhoods. In addition, we're looking forward to putting forth a plan for the long-awaited Mills Estate Park next year. With our growing city, we need to make sure we provide the highest quality public space available to every single resident, the children, the seniors, and that also include our fairy friends as well. We've also begun our collaborations with the neighboring city in San Bruno in some of the infrastructure and improvement projects. You will see a certain amount of northern part of our city street being paved recently by our San Bruno friends. And these cooperations will continue to help us do more with less, increase the economy of scale, and I'm hopeful that these collaborations will continue to foster greater regional ties and bring about more vital shared services to our residents for years to come. Our dedication to environmental sustainability is evident in recent activities. I've just received words, and this is fresh off the press. Millbrae has just been awarded the Vanguard Beacon Award by the Institute for Local Government, and it will be announced at the League of California City in this October. Over the last year, we've been working with Peninsula Clean Energy in receiving over $800,000 of grant funding and financing combined. And we've successfully implemented projects such as solar generation, EV charging stations, at the brand new all-electrical recreation center, the city hall, the library, and our corporation yard. And we've successfully reduced over 32% of our natural gas consumption. That not only reduces our greenhouse gas emission, it reduces our reliance on fossil fuel, but it also achieved much greater energy efficiency and saving for years to come. I'm just proud of the work and dedication of our public works staff and the city manager who make this a priority for our city. Thank you so much for all your work. And when it comes to the environment, we've also made tree planting along the Spirit Trail a priority in celebration of the Earth Day, and we've also have received regional funding to complete the drought-resistant landscaping at the City Hall, the Police Department, and the fire stations. To help preserve and promote Millbrae's urban tree canopy, the city is committed to our green initiatives that are vital to preserving our natural resources and enhancing our urban environment. Additionally, we were just excited to work with the Millbrae Library, also to construct and open the Millbrae Makerspace project at the library. With brand new 3D printers, this innovative space encourages creativity and a lifetime of learning. The community engagement, providing citizens with new opportunity to explore and to grow. Our Millbrae Recreation Department, led by Hannah Moran, thank you so much for all your work. In partnership with various community organizations, work tirelessly to offer a diverse selections of programs catering to all ages, interests, and backgrounds. Between fitness classes that keeps us active and healthy, and crafts and workshop that keep sparking our creativities, and there's just truly something for everybody. Millbrae is continuing to be a city of diversity and inclusivity. We're proud to support public event that highlights the rich tapestry and cultural backgrounds represented in Millbrae. Our many festivals, our holiday celebrations, our heritage days showcase the diversity that makes our community special. These events not only entertain, but also educate and foster mutual respect and understanding across different ethnic communities. Our community thrives on the energy and enthusiasms of events such as the Lunar New Year Festival, the Juneteenth celebrations, the Japanese Cultural Festival, the Autumn Wine, and the last weekend, the Moon Festival, where we celebrate the returning of the Mills High School Dragon Dance team. We all get to celebrate our local talents and savor delicious cuisine, and ultimately, we're also a city of culinary excellence, as we love to bring people together with our good food and our good weather. Our summer events, such as our concert series, Beats, Brews, and Vines, which is likely to happen in just a few minutes here, and also our family movie night in the park, offer delightful evenings and bring families and friends together. And some of my personal best family moments, when my kids were a little younger, we used to hang out in the back of our SUV, I still remember, and it's good to see, with blankets and popcorns, just watching movies at the parking lot next to the City Hall. And it's also good to see that our residents still gets to do all of that every summer in our Central Park. For our younger residents, summer camps and sport leagues provides opportunity for growth, learning, and fun. My son has been a big fan of the AYSO, and since he was 5 years old. And the recent grand opening of the soccer season is just delightful to see that our children running around in the Taylor Field with their colorful jerseys and celebrating, many different soccer seasons. We're also an age-friendly city, and our city residents are provided with dedicated programs that promotes wellness, social interactions, and lifelong of learning. From monthly birthday lunches to the technology workshop from our youth advisory committees, these events ensure that our seniors remain active and heavily engaged. But none of this would be possible without the dedication of our volunteers in the background here, community partners, and the unwavering support of all of you. Together, we created a welcoming and inclusive environment where anyone and everyone can find joy, can find their connections and a sense of belonging in our beloved city. As for the future, I just wanted to take a moment to remind all of us that we're living in a time of extraordinary change. Also doing so at a record-setting pace. These changes are reshaping the way we live, we work, and how we interact with one another. With changes comes promises for our city's future and opportunity for growth. And as we continue to look forward to invest our city in new TOD projects, new life science opportunities, more job creations, downtown transformations, housing opportunities for all, and more regional public safety resources, and passing ordinance to keeping our city safer, growing more sustainably and more carbon-free. We're talking about making changes that benefit not only you and me, but for our future generations, for decades to come. As we look ahead, our vision for Millbrae remains clear and focused. Make no mistake about it. We're determined to control our own destiny as a city. We will continue to make positive changes and positive progress, driven by the commitment of our community in all of you. At the beginning of my address, I mentioned that we're living in a tumultuous year. And we did. But through all the chaos, through all the noises, our community grew stronger. We grew more united. We got more engaged. And more people are standing up for what is right for all of us. And getting more educated about our civic duty and our responsibilities. These are the essential ingredients for positive change. And that's why I am more hopeful about the future of our city than I have ever been. Not because of me, but because of all of you. As we look forward to filling our representation void in both D2 and D4, I am confident that we will have a new generation of leadership stepping up and ready to lead. My word of encouragement is that be the change that you wanted to see. And this is your opportunity to do just that. And for those who are still thinking, I often get to ask the question by the public, whether I'm at the Safeway or at Starbucks, they ask, why do you run for public office in the first place? And what do you intend to do with the microphone that we gave you? My answer is, I know Millbrae is filled with caring, engaging, and smart people who love the city as much as I do. And my job, as I see it, is to win over the microphone. And I certainly am going to speak for those who have not spoken, who do not have a voice. But more importantly, I want to make sure all of you get to share this microphone with me and get to share this podium with me. So we all speak through a common voice, on a common platform, one after another, to ensure everyone in San Mateo County get to listen to what the people of Millbrae wants and continue to remind all of us that our government must listen to our people and do what our people want. I am forever grateful to have the privilege to serve as your mayor. And with all of you, as passionate and as engaging as you all are, I know our better days are still ahead of us. Thank you very much. May God bless the city of Millbrae. Thank you all. City Manager, I did promise that I would take live questions for anyone and everyone who want to ask. And I'm happy to take any question. I see a hand in the back. John Muniz. Go ahead and stand up and line up, and we'd love to have a conversation with all of you.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you very much. What's the status of the music property? It's been so long. It's an albatross around the neck of Millbrae for progress. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Thank you for the question. Millbrae is working through all the challenges with our regional and statewide transportation agencies. Millbrae is standing up for all of us, and we will, like I said a moment ago, we will work with anyone and everyone who sees us as an equal and respectful partner. And working with high-speed rail is no easy task. But we're committed to making sure that Millbrae gets to develop the west side of the station with our own decision-making ability. We'll continue to work with high-speed rail in every step of the way, and we will not stop until we get there, John. I can promise you that. Jeff.
Thank you, Mayor. Jeff Lamont here. So I think one of the things that I see as a challenge is that a lot of the cities, Millbrae included, good job for increasing the number of units, housing units. But I think the big challenge is creating more units that are affordable, if that's possible, units that are for sale. Because we all know that the best way to build generational wealth is to own a property, to buy a home. Some surveys done by the National Association of Realtors found that the average net worth of someone who owns a home is 40 times of that of somebody who's renting. So I see that as a challenge all the way up and down the peninsula to try and somehow make it so that it pencils out for people to build units that are for sale, not just properties that are for rent. So I'd love to get your thoughts on that.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for that question, Jeff. I appreciate that. This is exactly why we're working on our local density bonus program. And Andy Mogensen here in the audience tonight has been working extremely hard for the last year to try to put this together and how to bring it forward as soon as possible. Our goal here is to make sure we continue to build housing in all levels of affordability. And we need to also figure out a way how to design and build housing that are affordable by design. And I will say, looking at our downtown, we have so much opportunity here. And being able to revitalize our downtown using local density bonus program to build more commercial, more office space, where people can live and work all within walking distance to our transit station. And I would also say that we need to ensure that our design is more affordable at the beginning. It doesn't do a lot of good for us to build another 2,000 square feet, 2,025 square feet condos that are worth $2.5 or $3 million. So we just got to make sure that as we conceive these projects, that we have affordability in mind and making sure that we can do more with less and fit more people in the same box. And that's what we intend to accomplish with our local deep density bonus program. Thank you for that question, Jeff. Thank you.
I'm Trudy Hoffman. My husband and I, we've been living in Millbrae for 49 years. So we know the ups and the downs, and we've seen the changes. I had a couple of questions. One you already answered, and it pertained to the previous office depot. The other thing I have a beef with is, or a question, does Millbrae ever consider looking at the quality of the residential streets? They are absolutely horrific. Between Riverton and Larkspur, it's like a minefield. Helen Drive and some of the other streets, the lane dividers, the yellow nails are either missing or obstructed, and if you drive a car, you have to kind of navigate and try to get your feel where the center is. The speed bumps, I'm all for it, but the one on Helen Drive is way too high. God forbid if anybody should not see the warning signs, even at a 25, it will do damage to your car if you hit it full speed at 25 even. The other thing is you're talking about the well-being of seniors. And we seniors, we need to get back to a bit of transportation service. We used to have a little bus in the late 70s going around the local residential streets. It lasted for, I don't know, a couple of years. We need something like this again because there are seniors living up on the hills, too old to drive, and we have no way of getting down unless we spend a lot of money on Ubers or cabs. Okay, thank you for listening to me. I had a bit of beef. Thank you.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you for the question. There are 3 questions that I heard, Judy, and I'm going to try to answer them one by one. First of all, with regard to the streets and the conditions, there's been a challenge, obviously, but this is exactly why I said what I said a moment ago in the address, that we've been working with some of our northern neighboring city to try to bring about more economy of scales, and they already begin paving some of the street in the northern part of our cities, so that we can collaborate on some of these efforts and be able to do more with less. Just like anything else, just like any other city in any other jurisdiction, there's always $10 of need and $1 to fund them, but we continue to find ways to do more with less and pave them as we go and tackle one street at a time. And so this is something that we understand, on our mind, and we're working on it every day. Second, your question about the speed bump, I'll probably let Sam Batista to address that question when he gets back. He's currently on vacation, but it is also my understanding that when we implement all these traffic calming measures, that a feasibility study is being performed, and that there's engineering standard to all these traffic calming measures that we implement. And third, about the senior and transport micromobility and some of the other shuttle programs, this is part of the Transportation Authority, where we need to try to work with Samtran and some of the Ready Wheel, be able to bring about some of these accessible transportation to make it more available to our seniors, especially to those who need mobility assistance. Bring them to downtown, getting their medications, bring them to recreation centers. And those are some of the things that we continue to try to seek out the grant opportunities. And I believe there will be some of that next year, so that we can be at the table to getting the funding that is much needed so that we can implement these mobility service and assistance that our senior community needs the most. So I heard you loud and clear on that, and we will not stop until we get there. Thank you so much, Judy. Thanks, everybody. May God bless City of Millbrae. Thank you all.